Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I want to begin by thanking all of you who have been with me from the beginning to now. Thank you for all who have subscribed. Those who are just stopping by, thank you. I hope and pray that this reading brings to you some clarity and you apply the positive into your life. So, the card for Miracles Now is I Surrender It All. I was thinking this morning, as I was flipping through different channels there on YouTube, and would I rather be poor here on this earth and have nothing for the treasures, the glory of God in heaven after I pass? Or would I rather kind of wing it and hope for a lot of wealth here on this earth and hope and pray that God sees me through into heaven after I pass? I don't choose the latter. I choose to surrender it all. And that is part of the reason why at this time I am not asking for donations. I am giving you these free readings. All the readings on YouTube are free actually, but 99.9% of the other readers, and this is not to judge them or place any burdens onto them about how I do what I do. But at this time, I do prefer to give you the free readings and not ask for any donations. And the reason is because I surrender it all to the glory of God. Everything good in my life, I have to say thank you, God. All the lessons, all the mishaps, all the bad mistakes, the bad choices, the bad decisions. I know that God allowed me to have my free will, that God was always watching over me. And even through those hardships, I give all the glory to God for the lessons that I learned, for the wisdom, for the truth, always wanting to speak the truth, regardless of who stayed in my life or who left my life. I had 2 marriages, lasted 36 years of my life. And even in those relationships, I lost myself. I lost who I was. I lost the essence of me because I have one cup of love that I was giving out, yet I was not getting that in return. And I thank God that God was there to fill my cup of love, to keep me going, to give me strength, to give me courage, to give me everything that I need to continue on in this lifetime. So when I surrender it all, it doesn't mean that I am poor here on this earth. It means that I am trying to live in faith and hope that God will always provide for me, as He has, as He's shown Himself to me, that by surrendering it all, by giving God the glory, and every breath that I take, every word that I speak, every step that I take in this life, I have the power of God within me. I am a child of God. I surrender it all to the Most High. So I'm going to do this reading a little bit different. In any event, let me continue. So I pulled some cards out of the Akashic Tarot. And the first card is the Five of Scrolls. 5 resonates with change, right? So let me read that for you. A woman stands on a veranda overlooking a beautiful valley dotted with little towns on the hills and along the river. Scrolls that she has read lie upon a nearby table. Another scroll is held loosely in her hand while the woman surveys all that she sees. With this card, you'll find that it's time to diversify. There are many options for you to consider, and you should take a look at them all. Allow yourself to try new things, go to new places, learn new subjects, break out into different directions, and meet new people too. Don't worry about scattering your energy too thin. You're in a period of expansion, so use it. Let yourself go farther afield than you planned. In the end, you will diversify in ways that introduce you to a whole new world. Your life has turned into a smorgasbord of opportunities. Close your eyes and imagine an array of all the many different things that interest you. Give yourself permission to try them. How can you do that in the coming weeks? So the next card is the 7 Fated Meetings, and that is regards to spirituality. So this is a major arcana. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before 12. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet at the time that was predetermined by their higher selves, who are shown above them, translucent and shining. With this card, you are coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from past lives may have brought you together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with deference and compassion to yourself and each other. If you both honor your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother, or a sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready, it's almost time. So it says, reference the following cards. Whether this card is upright or reversed, notice the neighboring cards, if any, which the first card would be 5, a change, and it has to do with diversify. So this is 5 of Scrolls. And you see there's a woman. She could be the Queen of Scrolls. She hasn't appeared yet. 7 is a fated meeting. And then look to the next cards. Okay. So whether the card is upright or reversed, notice the neighboring cards to which the clock tower spire points. This card can provide more insight about this new person, about how this fated meeting takes place. Excuse me. I had to check my pot on the stove there. Take a deep breath and fill yourself with the expectation of someone special coming. Feel the excitement of this important approach. It's someone to know, to hold, and to help you. This person is almost here. Okay, the next number Let me back up a little bit. So 5 can be the month of May, or it could be the 5th of any month that might resonate for you. The 7 is July, or it could be the 7th of any month that might resonate for you. And add some could be February 2nd, February 20th. It could be the 22nd of any month, or it could be April. So that also is a major arcana. Add some. A candle casts light on an open book held by a young woman sitting at a desk. Her eyes are drawn to the side, as if she were distracted from her reading by a curious thought or someone nearby. She is surrounded by several people, many of whom are somewhat translucent and glowing. An angel bends and whispers, "Atsum, I arrive. I am here. I attend you." Atsum is a single word that has many, many meanings. First, it affirms your own strength and focus in the present. You can use it as a command word whenever you find yourself distracted from what's at hand. Say, "Atsum, I am here," and feel yourself attend to the situation or person before you. The word also declares your arrival at goals and all your wishes coming true. Say, "Atsum, I arrive," and take a moment to see yourself reaching your goals absolutely. Whenever you get this card, know that you're on your way to the results you seek with the help of others and the glorious help of Spirit. This card also reminds you to be assured that no matter what's happening in your life, Spirit is always there for you. They reach out to you, sharing their light and power and serving you in every way. From the least to the highest, from grandma to the divine, an internal community attends you. Say, "Atsum," and take some time to attend them too. You can act on your promise to God as Spirit lifts you upon their shoulders. You are present for each other, and together you arrive at your dreams. Close your eyes and sense all your spirit guides gathering. Take a deep breath and feel the words, "Atsum, I arrive," inside you. The divine stands next to you as you arrive at your highest dream. See it now. And the last card is the King of Scrolls. So if in fact you believe, and it's going to be different for everybody, right? If you believe that this is resonating with the Queen of Scrolls, we have a match. Okay, so let me read the King of Scrolls for you. I mean, it kind of would make sense, right? She's on the veranda looking over. The King of Scrolls. A man holds a scroll as he looks across a well-groomed garden. A number of scrolls lay on the garden bench next to him. He is the King of Scrolls, a man of learning, and he can be helpful to you in a number of ways. This man may be present in your life already. If not, you'll be meeting him soon. He may be an author, teacher, or communicator who will assist you in some professional way. He could also be a friend who brings wisdom through his own studies and spiritual practices. Be open to the guidance this man offers, for it could help lead your life in exciting new directions. As with any of the king and queens, the King of Scrolls may also be a new love interest for you or for another, depending upon his location in the spread. His wisdom is compelling, and there are likely to be many interesting and lively discussions. This card may also represent you or someone you know who is longing for deeper understanding and a greater clarity of thought. Now is a great time to pursue new interests, perhaps even enroll in some classes or attend a lecture or two. a position in teaching, counseling, advertising, writing, publishing, or the like may be on the agenda now. A treasure trove of discovery is waiting for you, so let your mind and your life soar. Take a deep breath and pull in the energy of the King of Scrolls. Feel yourself fill up with a new sense of wisdom and heightened communication. Your mind and vision grow with the power of the King of Scrolls. There's something you'd like to learn. Okay, so next, I have the 3 cards for the angel number reading. The first one is the Queen of Swords. So at the beginning, we agreed that any court cards would be a 1. And then we have 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is, I think it's mental clarity, it's stamina, it's, let me look it up so I make sure I tell you correctly. It's power of the mind, the third eye, good faith, integrity, busy mind. Could be suspicion, fear, despair, shame, misery, anxiety regarding loved ones. Hermit, meditation, sanctuary, ceremony, ritual. Okay, so any of those descriptions, use it as it applies in your life. For me, the 9 of Swords is more so, they say it's like backstabbing, right? Getting 9 knives put in your back. It's the power of your mind, your third eye, that tells you who these people are around you. Maybe, very possibly, it is the Queen of Swords who's been doing these things against you. Okay. So we have 1 for the Queen, 9 for the Swords, and then we have 6 of Swords. So when you add all those up, it comes up to 7 regarding spirituality. But the 6 resonates and moving to calmer waters. So whoever you are, maybe you've been involved with the Queen of Swords and you're finding out about, intuitively, right? You've probably felt like there are knives going in your back. Your third eye, maybe you've gone, and been like a silent watcher to watch, to see the people around you and how possibly they've all come together to sabotage what spiritually is yours. Very possibly this person who has the 9 of Swords in their back has chosen to walk away from this Queen of Swords to move somewhere where the waters are more calm. Okay, let me get a sip of my coffee real quick. We're 18 minutes in. Next, I pulled some cards, my handwritten cards. So the first one is a thirst for knowledge. For me, I was thirsty for the knowledge of what I was going through. And so many readers really helped me through their words for my spiritual healing, for my spiritual knowledge, to actually open up my eyes and see things more clear. Who are the people on my chessboard? How are they acting? And are they betraying me, or are they being truthful? When you see the truth, you can't unsee it. So when you realize who these 9 people possibly could be who have all betrayed you, no matter what they say, no matter what the words are, I didn't mean it to come across that way. I didn't mean for that to happen to you. No, there are instances where possibly things aren't thought through and they don't go out as planned. But then you have to realize that there are others who deliberately do things to betray you and then try to take their words back. You have to realize who these people are in your life. And you have to be strong enough to say, look, I came into your life out of love, and look what you've done to me. And I'm not saying that's happened to you. I'm telling you that that's happened to me. Okay, so however it fits in your story, you are stronger than you realize. You are stronger than you realize. Your mind, body, and soul is stronger than you realize. Now, when people read your energy, they realize that. So, while you're in the mindset of, I can't do this for this reason, I can't do that for that reason, I disempowered myself, right? The people who see just how strong you are, stronger than you realize, they will take that opportunity to take advantage of you, whatever that is. Money, time, energy. Move on. It's time to have a change. The first card that we began with was diversify. That was a number 5 regarding change. He or she is pretending to love where they're at because their throat chakra is blocked. They can't speak, so they pretend that everything's hunky-dory. Meanwhile, their spirit is screaming. When you're in that situation, you can fake it for a while, but sooner or later, your spirit is crying out for you to speak your truth. Break away from those that only take from you. So, when you tell someone you love them, when you tell someone you'll do anything for them to make their life easier, they have 2 choices. They can embrace it, or they can take advantage of it. I've used those words. I'll do anything to make your life easier. And I meant it from a loving heart space. And someone didn't receive it like that. They received it like, this is an opportunity for me to always push for what I want, not for what we want. Even people who tell you that they care will still try to lead you back to that dark past. Always seek discernment. So for me, it was my first husband. I really had him by the balls. He abused me. I loved him the right way. I went into a shelter with my daughter. I had the best attorney regarding family matters, ready to stand by me. Delaware is a kind of a tall, skinny state. It's kind of a little bit fat at the bottom, kind of like a triangle, but not really. And I lived in southern part of Delaware with my daughter's father. And my plan was to move to the most north part to give me sanctuary, because it would be too far for him to travel to harass me, to try to get me to change my mind. So between him and my sister, my own blood sister, she didn't want to see me break free. She didn't want to see me have possession of my daughter. She didn't want me to love and protect my daughter. She wanted me back with him. And if you don't listen to your intuition, if you don't listen to your gut feeling, someone else will talk you into doing something that later you'll regret. And regret only goes so far with me, because I don't believe in living in regret. I believe it's learning lessons. I believe it's understanding, learning people, learning more about the people around you. I take it as a lesson. And if my daughter ever has the opportunity to watch this, it's not that I don't care about my daughter, that I never cared about her. What I never wanted to do was make her choose me over her father. Make it so it was uncomfortable for her to talk about her dad to me. I always wanted it to be open for her to call her father whenever she wanted, when she was with me, to talk about some fun things or some bad things, whatever it is that she wanted to talk about. And I never probed her. Maybe she was waiting for me to probe her, but I knew that she was already going through some things with the divorce. So through it all, my daughter was damaged because I didn't listen to my intuition. I didn't stand in my truth. 28 years later, I've had some time with her, but 28 years and really only having a handful of years with her. At this point, I still keep my door open. And if she chooses to shut me out, well, it's right now all I have communication with her is through the phone. She won't take my calls, so I don't want to harp on her. I don't want to force her. So just like every so many days, I sent her a little note, or I send her a copy of a YouTube that I feel resonates for me and her. And, you know, it's up to her to feel safe enough to fully open up her heart to me. So trauma will do horrible things, long-lasting things. And the truth of the matter is, at one point she was living with her father, being a young adult, and I didn't know where she was at. Last I knew, she was up in upstate Delaware. So there was a couple times that God prompted me to call on her dad's phone, not knowing she was there listening. And I never said anything bad about my daughter to him. I said, thank you for dislocating my shoulder, because now I have arthritis and it pains me. I said, you know, you were a fool when you tried to get child support for the year that Emily was with me in Hawaii, and how I wish I was a little fly in the courtroom listening to the judge and listening to how the judge set you straight. I had no idea she was there. The truth has to come out. So he ended up selling that house and changing his phone number. And it's because he's on his third wife, and his daughter, whatever he's told his daughter about me now is like a sieve. And the truth will always come out. And I just hope and pray the most important thing is that my daughter receives the healing that she needs, and that one day she'll be safe. You know, she'll feel safe And she will be able to put aside all those negative thoughts that her father put in me or put in her regarding me. So, we're all here. None of us have a perfect life. We've all made mistakes here and there. We've all been in the karmic trench. Some of us maybe to a higher degree, like bigger, badder things. Some of us not, but we get caught up by the people we choose. Okay? And we choose it. We choose the people that are around us. So right now, I'm not lonely. I have all of my spirit guides around me. I have God within me. I have my ancestors. I pay homage to my ancestors. I support my ancestors. I will not allow people to talk bad about any of my ancestors. I won't allow it. I will speak up. And behind the scenes, God is working miracles for me. My ancestors protect me. My ancestors give my loved ones nudges. They might give my daughter a nudge saying, you need to release the guilt of lies that your dad forced you to say. You need to not feel like you have to lie to win in life. Because this life is temporary. When you lie about others, you're lying to yourself. You're betraying yourself with the lies that are spoken. Will I ever discard my daughter like she's trash? No, I would never do that. Because she's not trash. She's destined to learn this spirituality. She's destined to carry the torch when I can no longer carry it. So I know this. I know that I have to be patient with her, and I know that I have to show her love. I know that she deserves so much for all that she's gone through in her lifetime, in her short 28 years of life. But she also has to realize that there are others who have gone through worse. There are others who have suffered worse in different ways. And this is not to minimize her suffering. It's to let her know that we all have an inner child that needs to be healed. Okay, so next I have 4 cards from the Psychic Tarot. The first card is a 12. Could be begin, a new beginning, and balance. It could, when you add them up, it could be Trinity. So it could be January 2nd. It could be the 3rd month, which would be March. It could be the 12th of any day. Or it could mean 12 months. I guess 12 years. However it resonates with you. Okay, so next we have the 3, which is solar plexus chakra. And I like to read the chakras to you because it gives a reminder to me of the chakras. Because I'm still trying to learn as I go. Okay, so the chakra is I can. The solar plexus chakra is located between the navel area just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. The energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clairsentience, inner feeling, which is the major psychic reception area. To balance the chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance, and movement. or breath work with color. In addition, be aware of people who drain your energy. Workshops and classes that focus on empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area. So I can. When you work on your chakras and you got them all working in unison, a lot of good things, a lot of good changes happen in your life. Okay, so again, that could be March or the 3rd of any month. Next we have 9, material harvest. That would be September or the 9th of any month. And then we have, and 9 is completion. And after completion, you have a 4, which is your structure. So after you've completed a karmic cycle, that is the time that you can have rest and rejuvenation. So reviewing these 4 cards, and 4 is April, for the 4th of any month. So there's a sacrifice that someone needs to make so that they can, because that's an I can card, right? I can find my stability. I can find my self-love. I can live in my truth. I can be of service. Material harvest. God will always provide. Living on the faith and hope that God will always be there. And after the 9 is the completion. You've sacrificed, or you need to sacrifice whatever it is. And again, this could be you or a person you're thinking of. If it resonates with you, please use it as it applies and how you interpret the cards. Okay? So now I pulled out some cards from, let's see, why did I go to that? It's 4. Let me organize here real quick. It's 4. Okay. So now I'm kind of jumping around in the decks of cards. Alright, so now I have several cards from the Archangel Power Tarot cards. So I'm just going to show these to you and read them to you. 9, again, is a completion. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. The 9 could be September or the 9th of any month. Okay, now we have the 2 of Michaels. 2 is balance. It will be better off if you just make a decision. Overanalyzing a problem, find a compromise. 2 has to do with balance. 2 could be the month of February or the 2nd of any month. The Lovers came out. 6 has to do with harmony, Archangel Raphael. 6 is June, so it could be the month of June might resonate for you, or the 6th of any month. Make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. Next is the 3 of Ariel, which is Trinity. Could be the month of March or the 3rd of any month that might resonate for you. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. Okay. So the next card is a 20, which would be February. Could be February 20th if you saw it that way. It could be the 20th of any month. So for me, the 20 resonates. My daughter was born on the 20th. On my mom's side, my grandfather was born on the 20th. His wife, my grandma, my mom's mom, was born on the 20th. So we have February, June, and October. So the 20 new beginnings resonates for me so much. On the feeling of the spirituality, the knowing of the spirituality, the 20th has so much meaning for me. But 20th is a new beginning. Again, it could be February. It could be the 20th of any month. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So, as I said before, nobody's perfect. So if you feel as though something's holding you back because of your past, it's meant for you to override the fear of the future, to be able to have a new beginning and freely know that you've done everything you could in a said situation. It's time for you to move on. And if you leave the door open for the future, for future possibilities, well, I guess you do. If you decide to close the door, then that's your decision as well. The last card is a 3, which would be again March or the 3rd of any month. And the 3rd has to do with Trinity. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. All right, so got to move along a little more quickly. So again, I pulled some cards out of the Psychic Tarot. We have 11, balance. 7, stand your ground. 18, shadow. 5, financial material changes. And a 2, mental conflict. So when I look at these cards, it could be someone that can't make a decision because they're caught up in their head. Maybe there's people who are saying things to take this person to not follow their own intuition. So always follow your own intuition, what your gut tells you. Okay? Because your self will never lead you down the wrong path if you know that you're connecting with your heart space. Okay? So again, we're going back to Archangel Power Tarot cards. We have the 2 of Raphael, 2 hearts dedicated for creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. 5 of Michael, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. 8 of Raphael, there's something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. Knight of Raphael, romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. The 10 of Michael, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. The King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. And the last is the Magician. Archangel Raziel, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Moving forward, I pulled a card out of the Divine Feather, and there's the feather, and it's the magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. Magpie is a messenger associated in folklore with great luck and future. These highly intelligent birds are also extremely social. The magpie takes much time carefully building its nest with great attention to detail. Magpie is legendary for its attraction to shiny things, which it collects and hoards. Thus, the bird is associated with a tendency for materialism or valuing things for their appearance. The magpie feather is a reminder that the world we live in tends to be obsessed with materialism too. The black and white of the magpie shows us how important it is to find balance in the duality of our earthly and spiritual paths. Magpie is reminding you that any obsession with material things or achievements will not nurture your spiritual path. The latest and greatest home, car, or gadget will not help you get any closer to true contentment. Now is a good time to reevaluate where you are and notice if you have become distracted by the accumulation of physical things. The messenger also brings the promise of good luck by way of magical opportunity. Finding a balance between the inner and outer worlds is the message of Magpie. Your affirmation: I seek only what is needed to stay balanced and true to my path. Next, we have a card from the animal message, and it is the water buffalo. Face life head on with courage and reclaim the brave spirit within you. Okay, let me find that in the book. And this book is not in any kind of alphabetical order. So it's something that I have to muddle through and have patience until I find it. Here we go. Water buffalo swims placidly through India's sacred waters, cooling her comfortable, rich brown body and languidly wallowing in thick mud, but her pacific, maternal exterior belies a wild, tempestuous nature. She faces life head-on, and on great crescent horns tosses enemies determinedly behind her. Tragedy and failure are intrinsic to living, but sometimes we are cowed by events, unable to move forward. Mighty buffalo is the brave spirit within your soul, waiting to be reclaimed. Take your courage in both hands and dare to be. Okay, so we're getting down to the end. I pulled out 5 cards from the messages from the mermaids. Have patience with yourself. Take time out so you can discern. If someone asks you something, you don't have to answer right away. Say, let me think about it and I'll get back to you. And then you have time to think about it. Turn away from negativity. Turn away from those that are not serving you. If you're serving them and you're not getting served, then it's a one-way road. It's a one-way road of you giving and someone taking. Turn away from whatever negativity that could be. Gossip, lies, deceit, being malicious, evil stuff. Things that aren't good for your soul. Trust. Trust in the Lord. Trust in your higher self to guide you, to lead you, to give you the answers you need. Ask your angels, ask your ancestors, ask the good Lord above. Show me the way, show me the path, and I will follow. And never stop dreaming. Never let anybody take your dreams and crumble them and say, you'll never be able to do it. You don't have what it takes. You are missing something. Never let people tell you who you are. Okay, so our angel number is going to be, what did we say? It was the Queen and a 9 of Swords and a 6 of Swords. So 196. Okay. Angel number. And I always like using Joanne, so I stay consistent. And before I read it, I gotta do a little stirring real quick. Okay. Angel number 196 is a blend of the energies and attributes of number 1, the vibrations of number 9, and the influences of number 6. Number 1 brings its qualities of positivity, intuition, instinct, courage, ambition, and attainment. Fresh new beginnings and taking new directions. Number 1 also reminds us that we create our own realities with our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Number 9 resonates with leadership and leading by positive example, the universal spiritual laws and karma, altruism and benevolence, spiritual enlightenment and awakening, your soul mission, inner wisdom, light working and service to humanity. Number 9 also indicates endings, closures, and conclusions. Number 6 adds to its vibrations of love of home, family, and domestic, grace and gratitude, honesty and integrity, responsibility, compassion, and empathy, provision and providing the material aspect of life. Angel number 196 is the message from your angels to trust that the most suited and appropriate career choice or interest will present in your life. And your angels encourage you to take up the opportunity, give any fears or worries concerning material lack or loss to your angels for healing and transmutation. Maintain a positive attitude and an optimistic outlook, and your goals and aspirations will manifest to fruition in your life. Trust your intuition and your angels always. We had the trust card, right? Angel number 196 is a message that you are to take action on the ideas, thoughts, and promptings you have been experiencing, following this intuitive and angelic guidance regarding your true divine life purpose, and trust that your material needs will be met as required. Take a moment to feel life's essence within you and marvel at its miracle. Okay, so real quick, I want to talk about being poor. Being poor, when you surrender to the Most High, it doesn't mean that the good Lord's going to keep you poor. When you receive that spiritual wealth because you're doing good deeds, when you get that little piggy bank up there in heaven and all of your good deeds are, God saying, oh, you did good today, I'm going to put a coin in there for you. When it becomes overflowing, your spirituality will have so much wealth. You will have a wealth of health. As above, so below. God might decide to send you to Asia to help people along, help them find who they are supposed to be in this lifetime. He might have you going into Africa to help them rebuild, to have fresh water, to learn how to do something that's important to their community. Whatever it is, God is going to provide whatever monetary things that you need to further move into that leadership responsibility that God has planned for you. So get rid of fear, get rid of loss, get rid of anything negative. If a negative thought gets in your mind, you throw that out. No, God doesn't have that for me. That's not my thought. And eventually you will be on this positive vibe that no one can penetrate. Okay? So I'm in Jeremiah, and Jeremiah 3. And I'm not going to read it all. It's going to be Jeremiah 3, 1 through 5. If a man divorces his wife and she leaves him and marries another man, should he return to her again? Would not the land be completely defiled, but you have lived as a prostitute with many lovers? Would you now return to me, declares the Lord? Look at the barren heights and see, is there any place where you have not been ravished? By the roadside you sat waiting for lovers, sat like a nomad in the desert. You have defiled the land with your prostitution and wickedness. Therefore the showers have been withheld, and no spring rains have fallen. Yet you have the brazen look of a prostitute. You refuse to blush when shamed. Have you not just called to me, my father, my friend, from my youth? Will you always be angry? Will your wrath continue forever? This is how you talk, but you can do all the evil you can. However it resonates for you and your person, I hope this reading you found some clarity and found different ways, different thoughts, knowing that you create your realities by your thoughts, beliefs, the words you speak, how you stand. Do you stand crooked? Do you stand straight? Do you choose to have God in your life? Do you surrender it all to Him? Faith, hope, love, health. Everything will improve when you surrender it all. That's the end of our reading. Thank you. God bless you all. Dear Lord, I pray for the collective. I pray that they find the healing that they need so they could have their full cup of self-love, so they know how to refill it. They know how to replenish it through your love. God is love. Love is God. And dear Lord, if there are any of the collective who have a special prayer to you, for you, I pray that I know that you know their hearts, and I stand in agreement with their prayer request. Amen. God, we love you.